Are you sure you don't want the lights?
Don't mention no waistcoats.
we I remember in first year, right, and because I moved out, you felt sorry for me, so you wanted to treat me to an Italian. So you came over wearing a waistcoat, and I thought I wanted to wear a waistcoat as well. So there we were cooking Italian, also waistcoats. And then whenever friends came in the room, they felt awkward.
They burst into a date. It was nice though.
It was nice.
My first time in Carl Saunders,
It was nice.
and I thought let me show off my very mediocre cooking skills. But I did mess up the
No,
biryani
it was nice. I had never tasted it, so I had nothing to compare it to. So I thought it was amazing.
Good memories, man. Uni is have some painful memories as well.
Do you remember in the library, exam season?
It wasn't pretty, but I think it's part of the journey. It's what makes you. It helps you build yourself in terms of resilience and stuff. Knowing, and I think that's why a lot of the LSE graduates are quite successful in the city, because we know how to deal with stress and deadlines and all of that stuff.
In our final years, and we were like thinking about what to do. We were going back. We were in a train, and I was telling you, Tanim, I have no idea. And you said, Rabi, look around you. We're in a packed train. What do you think you're better at doing than anybody else? And I thought, I think I'm a better teacher than anyone else. And he said, do that. And then you mentioned about other people who got into teaching, and then it's not just the classroom experience. You use that, then you go into consulting, then you use that, you go into policy, use that, then you go into family clinic, stuff like that. I remember that.
Remember, I think I spent a very long time while I was at uni trying to figure out how do you help someone figure out what their calling is, what should they be doing. I read so many books, and I tried so many different questioning techniques. And I think in the end I realized that it comes down to, firstly, it's a journey. You will never know straight away what your calling is. It's a lifetime journey. But when it comes down to thinking about career choices, especially at uni, there's some things that a lot of people don't think about. For example, what am I really, 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 really good at? As in better than everyone else of my peers. And if you go for something within that sphere, then you're gonna thrive. I've been in roles where I thought I want to be in this, for example, finance role. For me, it felt like I was swimming against the tide, because I wasn't really good at the numbers and the graphs. But what I was really good at was the people side of things, and the management side of things, and the teamwork side of things. So then that's when I started thinking, okay, let me find a role or a job or a career which has more of this, because for me that's effortless. It's a simple thing, literally. What is it that you're really, really good at? And a lot of people unfortunately, either don't have the self-awareness to know, or they haven't experienced enough, they haven't put themselves out there enough to know that actually I'm really good at this, and all my friends know I'm known for this. Or this comes really, really easy to me, and I really, really enjoy it. I'm in my zone when I'm doing this. And for me at uni, was literally being part of ISOC was that zone. I think I really, really enjoyed it. I think I was somewhat good at it. So then I started thinking, how do I do this later in life as well? It is really sad to see so much talent being wasted in, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but in careers which have no alignment whatsoever with you as a person. And I've seen this with a lot of my friends at uni, our friends, who they have certain special gifts and traits, but they just follow whatever, they follow the salary, they follow whatever sounds good on the CV, and they ended up in those type of jobs. And you can never do something great when you don't follow your strengths and your passions. So I'm so glad that you did follow into it.
Alhamdulillah.
Another really good question is, if every single job in the world paid £1,000 a month,
what would you do?
What would you do?
I like that. That's good.
So that takes the whole money thing out of the equation, and it gets you to think about, what would I like to wake up and do every day? Because work is a massive part of our day, not of our life. 70% of the time when we're not sleeping is probably at work. They say it's 80,000 hours. Imagine being miserable for 80,000 hours. What kind of a life is
sad
that?
life.
Honestly,
sad life.
And then you see people who, they're loving every moment, they're doing some amazing things, they're fulfilling their potential, and they reach the top of the Maslow hierarchy of self-actualization. Takes a while. You're not gonna get there within 2 years of graduating, but at least you're on a journey to get there. And that doesn't tend to happen when you're in a corporate job, unfortunately. The other thing is, bro, we're all here on a specific mission or purpose, and the time is very short. Time is very, very, very short. So we need to be smart and think about how do we maximize for that purpose. As an economist, we should study about profit maximization, but really and truly it's all about purpose maximization. Like our purpose, we're lucky to know, is to gain the closeness and pleasure of God. Now, how do I do that with my time? If 80% of my time is at work, how can that work help
me in that process?
And we know that obviously, it's not all about worship, because
of course,
God likes people who are benefiting others, people who are of service, people who are charitable, people who mainly, I think for me, the service is a big area, which can be anything really. Whatever your talent is, whatever.
With that in mind, like how after you graduate, you've got that perspective. What advice would you give to somebody who, let's say, in their final year or second year, what would you give them that you think would be really useful for them?
The best advice I would give them is advice that I heard at the very right time, alhamdulillah, from Vaynerchuck.
Okay.
He said that when you finish uni, you have a window of about 3 to 5 years. The golden window. This is the time to experiment, take risks, explore, learn about yourself, because you've got no responsibilities, you have no mortgage, no children, nothing. So make the most of this opportunity and allow yourself to make the best possible decision going forward afterwards, because then after 2 years of exploring different industries, different roles,
you get an idea with
you get an idea, okay, this is the path I'd like to follow, rather than after uni jump on a 40k salary job, after 6 weeks you realize, sugar, this is not that great, and then you have to start again, or you're stuck for a long time, and making the jump later in life is more difficult. So I kind of followed that decision, and I took the best part of 2.5 years just exploring and learning as much as I can. So I've done...
I remember the Salad Master, I remember Bulletproof.
I've done a lot of stuff in digital marketing, e-commerce, sales, which is the most important skill for any entrepreneur. Got a consulting, did some coaching, now doing some stuff within private education. And they say learn before you earn. It's very important. I had to re-educate myself. At uni, alhamdulillah, I got the certificate, but really didn't really teach me anything about real life, especially not in the field I want to be in, which is enterprise and business and social entrepreneurship. I had to re-educate myself, so I read a lot of books, listened to a lot of podcasts, spent time with mentors, done different types of jobs. I even drove taxi. Yeah, because you know what? It's not easy when you don't have a stable income. You got to do whatever you can to make ends meet, and that's part of the journey. Every entrepreneur will tell you that's part of the journey. And only now, I've just made the switch now from learning and working for others,
and now you're
to
focusing
all of my time on my own enterprises or ventures or projects or whatever you want to call them. But the decision, to be honest with you, the plan, I'll be very honest with you, bro, the plan was do a 9 to 5, not banking, not finance, nothing like that, something business related. So I was applying to business management roles in the automotive industry and a lot of the sort of
supermarkets,
that sort of thing, and work on my business in the evenings and weekends, and eventually grow that and then make the jump. But guess what happened? When it came to grad schemes and grad jobs and offers, I didn't get a single offer, and I specialize in helping people get offers. So I took that as a sign that, you know what, that's maybe unless closing that path for you. So take a year, do the business, travel, learn some Arabic, whatever, and then see where things go. If the business takes off, stay on it. If not, you can go a grad scheme the year after. So that's kind of what happened. So I took a gap year after graduating, started the online business, the coaching business, helping students.
He's a bulletproof, right?
Yeah, bulletproof competency answers, which that itself was an education. I didn't know what WordPress was. I didn't know how to edit videos. I didn't know how to do anything, and I had to self-teach myself because I couldn't afford to pay someone to do it for me. So I designed the website myself. I recorded all the videos, all the funnels and emails and all that stuff. And that really helped me actually. I'm doing a lot of projects now where that knowledge is helping me a lot in the digital marketing side of things. So yeah, it was kind of, it would be unfair to say I decided to do what I'm doing. Obviously, Allah nudges you.
Gives you gentle nudges.
Yeah. And that's kind of the truth of what happened really. So currently, I'm spending a lot of time on the supplementary school. We got a few branches, and the idea is to basically, there's a lot of pressure on the schooling system at the moment, and you ask any child how many kids are in your class, and the number is never less than 28 to 30.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids are falling through the net, and the quality in the schools has been affected. Funding is a problem. So there's a lot of need to help these children out of school hours, and I'm seeing that firsthand now, having started this. So we're trying to provide the best possible supplementary education at the most affordable price.
Yeah.
So we came up with an interesting concept and model. So that keeps me busy about 3 to 4 days a week. Rest of the time working on a few other projects. One of them is starting to create some content around educating Muslims, in particular Muslim professionals, on how to think about money and how to, the art of wealth creation,
money management,
and ultimately achieving financial freedom, because that's what we all want: more time for the more important things. And guess what? There are people who are achieving that. Not many of them are Muslims, but we can learn a hell of a lot from them. And I have a couple of mentors who are doing very well in that field, and I'm trying to extract as much as I can from them and start creating some content. And nowadays, as you know, the content online can be accessed by anyone from anywhere. Bulletproof is also there. The interview coaching stuff is there on the side. It's particularly busy September to February. So at the moment it's relatively quiet, though every now and again I still get messages that thank you so much, I got the offer, and it just makes the day, alhamdulillah. It's such a wonderful feeling. So yeah, you know what, it's a very strange time at the moment, because we're on the other side of 20. We're getting close to the 30s, which for me is a massive shock, because it came so quickly. So we're same age, just turned 27. Have you got any plans in terms of anything
by
you
30?
Like to achieve by 30?
I'd like to write a children's book. Maybe develop a character and get them exploring different parts of the world that I find interesting. Because as a teacher, you see lots of things that are taught, and I always love it when you can teach it through a book. And I think that would be quite a fun avenue to do. I think I'm slightly unsure about how to get started. Do you have any advice?
Advice on how to get started? Start it. Start writing it down. Get yourself a notebook and start jotting down all the ideas that you have. And slowly you will see that it's developing into something. And then, I actually know somebody who used to be a lawyer and now does Islamic books for children. And
is that Asif? Is he doing? No.
Her journey is Shade 7. It's
it's the elephant.
The pop-up. So things like that. We have lucky to have those type of people around us who can act as mentors. So I guess my advice would be just to start it. What's your best memory from uni?
You know what? I think I loved it when we were all doing something for something. Like whether it's Child 2 Week, whether it's election, and suddenly there's that go get an attitude. That's what I like. That is, I think, my best memory. Do you remember the Happy Muslim video?
Yeah.
I remember, I think a few of us got involved in that, and my final year, that was good fun.
That's one of the things at uni. You always had some sort of meaning behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
But sometimes in the world of work,
You're like, nah,
it's difficult
if it's not making money, not interested.
Yeah, it's difficult to find meaning and all the other things that we want, which is prestige,
Yeah.
and status, and money. That's the difficulty. Sometimes it's tough to make that call.
Tanim, here's to another 4 years of knowing each other, and then until we forget each other when we have kids.
Screw you, bro.
And
What
cut.
you are today?